Yes. Uh-huh. Easier to track a delinquent parent's assets and resources. Yes. Federal Parent Locator Services. And provisions in the Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996. Yes. And then there's the FIDM. Yeah. Now, I sent you an email about forgery. Yes. Fraud. Child abuse and child neglect. Pooch. Then I documented that I wasn't in SQUIM. Yes. hmm And so, and some Caucasian police officers SQUIM. Well, you know, let's say you have a gun on, and you approach a person. In fact, you park your vehicle outside their residence. Yes. Just the violence, the gun violence of being in police departments, yes, could be considered a crime. Ouch. Now, for every time that you arrested me, I said you had no jurisdiction of law. Yes. And every Caucasian cop in the police department said, well, if you got a problem, tell the judge about it. I'd say there's a gun violence problem, yes, in the police department. Now, when you arrest me on the 4th of January, yes, and I'm like, I wasn't in SQUIM, no. And then you make me go to court, yes. And then you say that I'm delusional, or was it schizophrenic and bipolar for knowing I wasn't in SQUIM? See, this ethnic prejudice between myself as a white homeless man and the Caucasian Sheriff's Department. There's going to be a large lawsuit on this. Yes. It's going to be one of those class actions because, as I had documented in today's email, this is a forgery. Yes. Now, for every Caucasian police officer in the Seattle Police Department, I'll sue everything. I'm white and I'm American. Now, for every Caucasian cop, yes, in the Seattle Police Department, I included the municipal code of Seattle, Washington. Yes. And instead of somebody enforcing the laws, yeah, what they decided to do is what they've done for the last, well, really 8 years. Yes. They decided to employ each other to obstruct my emails. Yes. To change the emails. Right. To obstruct my videos. Yes. Because they did not want me mentioning the ethnic prejudice of those that are Caucasian. Now, Caucasian sheriff, yes. Did you get an email today? Pooh. I included in the email, yes, some grand jury commission about the right to complain when there is police brutality. Poop. And every time that you stopped me and you had a gun on, isn't that right, officer? Yes. Every time I told an officer, yes, it's a crime. The time that I asked an officer to use his phone and call the FBI, you might not consider this, but it's difficult for a citizen to talk to somebody that has a gun on. Yes. Now, I'm all for the rights of individuals to permit carry firearms. Yes. But when you have a badge on, you say I'm civilized. Yeah, must have meant that you thought I was a Caucasian. Now, I've informed the police department that I wanted to use your phone to call the FBI because my civil rights are being violated. Yes. I emailed all crisis responders, yes, that my sons are being neglected and abused. Yes. But when you approached me, you made sure. Well, look at the gun violence in the police department. See, let's say you approached me, Caucasian police officer. In street clothes, yes, and you tried to hurt me. What could I do as a citizen? Oh, I could call the police and have you arrested. Right. As long as you don't have that badge on, yes, and you don't have that gun on. If you tried to lay one finger on me, I could call the cops and have you fucking arrested. But for the last 3.5 years, every time that I've had any interaction with a law enforcement officer, I said I wanted my civil rights and I want my sons. Yes. I said I wanted to use your phone to call the FBI. Yes. I said it was a crime. Yes. I said, do you know about civil rights? Yes. Well, it looks like we have some significant prejudice against being a white American citizen. Well, listen, you prejudiced piece of shit. Your Caucasian cop is not civilized. You're abusive to those that are citizens. Now, as I mentioned, yes, I sent an email. You're the upper right Caucasian. I'm the lower left of the white. Oh, the only difference that you and me have is I'm not prejudiced against American citizens, but you are.